Hi guys, my name is Diego. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I wanna tell you 6 Indonesian mysteries that make the world curious. So, check this out. The archipelago has many unsolved mysteries even today. This is because the archipelago has a lot of magical knowledge that is very strong and difficult for human reason to draw. There are traces of mysterious civilizations, strange animals and plants, miniature human ancestors, ruins of colossal ancient buildings, and the tank trends of modern Indonesian history. An answer question not only aroused the curiosity of the Indonesian population, but also of the world's citizens. For example, residents of Earth who wonder about the history of a ghost ship that is said to be manned by Indonesian sailors, or related to the fact that the ancestors of the inhabitants of a country in Africa are a handful of women from Indonesia. When the stone hill filled with Serbs in Magelang, Central Java, which was written by the Governor General of the Great Britain, Sir Thomas Stamford Raffles in History of Java, turned out to be Borobudur Temple, people wonder whether the Mount of Basalt Rock in Cianjur is actually the oldest pyramid on Earth. So guys, here are 6 mysteries related to Indonesia that also intrigue the world gossip. Number 1, Orang Medan Ghost Ship. One day in June 1947, 2 American ships that were in the Straits of Malacca City of Baltimore and Silver Star received an emergency message from the Dutch merchant ship WH Orang Medan or Medanese. An operator on the Orang Medan ship sent Morse code. It read, all the crew including the captain are lying dying in the stateroom and bridge headroom and the bridge. Maybe all of them have died. Then the final sentence is accepted, I will die. After that, the radio message was cut off. The dreadful message was also heard by the Dutch and British monitoring posts around. An official report regarding the ship even appeared in the May 1952 edition of the Proceedings of the Merchant Marine Council of the U.S. Coast Guard. It is not yet known whether Orang Medan is the true story or a lie. Number 2, mysterious block strands on the shores of Europe. A rectangular object like a cutting board drifting across Europe. Nobody knows where he came from. There is only a hint of the word Jupiter printed on the Jew surface. One of the people who found it, Tracy Williams, a resident of Newquay, Cornwall, England, trying to solve the mystery. He traced it from the word Jupiter. The result of his research found that the word corresponds to the name of a rubber plantation in Sukabumi, West Java, Indonesia, which has been operating since the late 9th and early 20th centuries, when the archipelago was still called the Dutch East Indies. And it turns out that the square thing is not actually rubber, but looks like the gutta percha or gum patches, coagulation lattice made from pure horn sap that comes from a compacted sapotacea tree commonly found in peninsular Malaysia. In the 19th to mid-20th centuries, this material was used as insulation for telegram cables that cross the sea. Williams then shared his findings on his Facebook page. People are increasingly responding and sharing the story of Jupiter. Turned out that the square object was found not only in England and Wales, but also in Shetland, Channel Island, Spain, France, the Netherlands, Germany, Norway, Sweden, and Denmark. A number of people also report finding sacks and rolls of rubber. Suspected that the Jupiter pin was a spilled cargo on the Japanese ship Miyazaki Maru, which sank in May 1917 in the middle of World War First, 3. Indonesian blood in Madagascar. Madagascar has long been an attraction for anthropologists. The reason is that the word for large island was previously only inhabited by lemurs. For thousands of years, no human touched it. Published by the science site peaceorg.com. It's hard to say that. Genetic research led by Murray Cox from Massey University, New Zealand, revealed a surprising thing that the ancestors of the inhabitants of Madagascar were 30 women till 28 of whom came from Indonesia. How the clues were obtained from DNA testing of 266 people from 3 ethnic Malagasy native to Madagascar, and analysis of the mitochondria or cell batteries whose genes are inherited from the mother. The unusual thing about this island is that Madagascar is located very far from Indonesia. It was also inhabited recently when most of the world was already inhabited. Murray Cox, a researcher from Massey University in New Zealand, told the science website Life Science. The women of the archipelago came to the island on the coast of the African continent at 1,200 years. Allegedly, their ship sank at that time. The computer simulation also showed that the first settlement in Madagascar was in 830 AD, at the same time as the development of domestic trade under the rule of the Sri Vijaya Kingdom, which was centered in Sumatra. Not only about DNA, there are other factors that show the contribution of the archipelago, namely language. From a linguistic point of view, inhabitants of the Madagascar speak a language whose origin can be traced to Indonesia. Most of the Mayan lexicon, the language practiced daily in communities living along the Barito River in the interior, also found are a handful of languages whose roots are from Japanese, Malay, or Sanskrit. Other evidence of the influence of the archipelago in Madagascar is the discovery of outrigger boats, iron tools, and musical instruments such as xylophone. Also very tropical cultivated planting system for rice, bananas, sweet potatoes in between forests. How did this woman arrive in Madagascar, which is still a big mystery? Wow. Number 4. Atlantis in Indonesia. When Plato reveals in dialogue Timaeus and Critias, written by around year 330 BC, is a clue that triggers a massive search for a lost civilization, Atlantis. According to the Greek philosopher, Atlantis lay across the Pillars of Hercules. This is a highly civilized island is said to have had a navy that conquered Western Europe and Africa 9,000 years before Solon's time, or around 9,500 BC. After failing to attack Greece, Atlantis sank into the ocean in just one day, one night. Wow. Although some people consider what Plato revealed to be metaphorical, a number of scientists and adventurers are trying to uncover the ocean to find out where Atlantis is located. That said, they are located in Spain, the Mediterranean island, the Sahara Desert, Central America, Antarctica, Africa, or the Atlantic Ocean, all similar names. However, say Brazilian writer Aricio Santos, Atlantis was not found because they were looking for it in wrong place. Atlantis is in the Indian Ocean, on the other side of the earth, he said. The man with a background in nuclear physics points to Indonesia as the exact location. His book, The Antarctic, The Lost Continents Finally Found, Santos describes Antarctica as being the most volcanic region in the world, aka the area with the most volcanoes. And as quoted by the Atlant.org page, the fact is that Indonesia consists of thousands of volcanoes that have turned into islands. Indonesia has also experienced the catastrophic eruption of Mount Krakatau and Tambora. In fact, the Lake Toba, Sumatra is a former volcanic crater. 5. The oldest 5 pyramid on Earth. You know guys, in 1914, Dutch historian N.G. Crow was amazed when he saw a megalithic site on the surface on a hill in Cianjur, West Java. The scientists suspected it to be a grave. Meanwhile, local residents thought it was Prabu Siliwangi place which failed to be built overnight. Time to write down his findings in Rapporten van de Oudheidkundig Dienst. However, later the site was forgotten. Wow. 2011, Gunung Padang became the center of attention again. At the time, the founding of an ancient catastrophic research team formed by the Presidential Special Staff for Social Assistance and Disaster revealed that what N.G. Crow saw was just a surface. The interesting thing they said was actually in the stomach of Gunung Padang. Allegedly, the site is not a natural hill, but a man-made building of an advanced civilized past, the shape of which is pundak with stepped like a pyramid. If proven, it could be the Mount Padang is the largest mountain with the terrace in the world, also possibly the oldest. Geologist Denny Hillman believes that the site was built between 9,000 and 20,000 years ago. That's true. Gunung Padang is older than the Egyptian pyramids, which were made 5,000 years ago. People think prehistoric times are primitive, but the buildings proves that assumption is wrong. In the midst of controversy and debate, experts are still trying to prove the authenticity of the Mount Padang. Is number 6, the Hobbit Man. That discovery, researchers have been trying to unravel the mystery of its origin. In 2010, scientists revealed that the stone tools found on Flores show that the ancestors of Hobbit lived in the area 1 million years ago. Then suspicion emerged that the ancestor of the Hobbit was Homo erectus, which led to heated debate about its role in the chain of human evolution. Homo erectus fossil found in Sangrean, a region on the edge of Bengawan Solo in central Java, in the 19th century are thought to be 1.5 million years. A number of other skeletal fossils were later excavated and identified as a hominid species known as Homo floresiensis. The petrified bones are estimated to be 180,000 years old. This is not a child's skull, but a miniature adult figure, one of the smallest human-like hominids ever found, said Mike Morwood of the University of Wollongong, Australia, announcing his findings. In 2003, Indonesian and Australian researchers excavating the Liang Bua limestone cave found fossil of a small skull and part of the lower jaw. Although tiny, it has adult teeth. As a quote from the Life Science website, the experts found the stone tools which are to date from 115,000 till 194,000 years ago. The equipment is thought to belong to the mysterious human relative, however not Homo erectus or Homo floresiensis. They were completely different, perhaps the ancestor of the hobbits. There may have been a completely different hominid species on Sulawesi before modern humans arrived by boat some 50,000 years ago, said study leader Gerrit van der Berg from the University of Wollongong, Australia, as published by Life since January 13, 2016. Researchers are still unraveling the mystery of what ancient humans made of these stone tools. Bye bye.